In-depth analysis of the lean startup with an 8.3 Douban rating. Why do startups keep failing? Entrepreneurship is an adventure filled with unknowns. Have you heard stories of passionate entrepreneurs who pour their hearts into a product they believe will change the world, only to launch it and find no one cares? This is the reality for countless startups. Ries, the founder of the lean startup methodology, experienced this firsthand. In 2004, he co-founded IMVU, a virtual social platform, spending months developing complex features only to discover users weren't interested. In the lean startup, Ries recalls, "The features we slaved over, users didn't even bother to look at." This led him to question, why do startups fail so often? The answer lies in the fatal flaws of traditional startup models. Traditional entrepreneurship follows a perfect plan logic. Spend years building a flawless product, launch it, and hope for instant success. However, markets change rapidly, and user needs are hard to predict, so meticulously designed, perfect products often miss the mark. Ries writes, "The biggest waste in startups is building something nobody wants." Take IMVU. The team initially spent millions developing features, only to realize they hadn't validated user demand. Similar cases abound globally. In the early 2000s, US grocery delivery startup Webvan burned $1.2 billion on a logistics system, but collapsed in 18 months due to misjudged demand. Another startup, Pets.com, poured millions into promoting a pet e-commerce platform, but failed quickly because user habits weren't ready. These failures reveal a truth. Entrepreneurs often rely on subjective assumptions rather than facts. The root of failure is the lack of a mechanism for rapid validation. Ries found that traditional models depend on long-term planning, but can't handle market uncertainty. This led him to develop the lean startup concept, a scientific approach to reduce risk, allowing entrepreneurs to test ideas with minimal cost and find a market fit. This approach isn't just for startups, it inspires innovation in large companies too. The core of lean startup is data-driven decisions and iteration over blind confidence. Ries's story isn't unique. Many entrepreneurs, like Dropbox founder Drew Houston, faced similar challenges but found breakthroughs using lean methods. Such struggles are common in global startup history. For example, UK startup Pebble launched a smartwatch in 2012, with founder Eric Mijakovsky initially planning a feature-heavy device, spending years on complex systems. Market feedback showed users wanted simple fitness tracking instead. Pebble's team tested user interest with a crowdfunding video, raising $10 million in a month, validating demand. Similarly, Chinese edtech company Zhuersi tried building a comprehensive online course platform, but lost users due to overly complex content. Through small-scale tests, they focused on short video courses for core subjects, winning market favor. These cases show that startup failures often stem from misjudging the market, while lean startup offers a low-cost path to test and learn from mistakes. The value of lean startup lies in providing a systematic toolkit, helping dreams take root in reality. Core concepts of lean startup. The essence of lean startup is the build, measure, learn loop, and the minimum viable product MVP. Inspired by Toyota's lean manufacturing, Ries brought lean principles to startups, emphasizing maximum value with minimal resources. The MVP is the starting point, a product with just the core features, built at the lowest cost and launched quickly to test assumptions. Ries writes in the book, "An MVP isn't about cutting corners, it's about validating your idea in the simplest way." The goal of an MVP is rapid learning, not immediate profit. Take Dropbox. Founder Drew Houston faced the challenge of convincing users about cloud storage's potential. The traditional approach would have been to spend years and millions building a full system. Instead, Houston created a 3-minute demo video showcasing file syncing, which took weeks to make but attracted 75,000 user signups, proving demand. Dropbox avoided blind development and saved huge costs. Ries summarizes, an MVP lets you gain maximum insight at minimum cost. The build, measure, learn loop is the engine of lean startup. Build. Quickly create an MVP. Measure. Evaluate user feedback with data. Learn. Adjust direction based on results. This loop lets entrepreneurs experiment like scientists, testing hypotheses. For example, Zappos founder Nick Swinburne wondered if users would buy shoes online. Instead of building a warehouse, he photographed shoes in stores, posted them online, and bought the shoes to ship only after receiving orders. This simple MVP validated demand and laid the foundation for Zappos. Ries emphasizes, startups aren't linear, they're cyclical. Through rapid iteration, entrepreneurs catch issues early and avoid wasting resources. This upends the traditional plan then execute model. Take Airbnb. Founders Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia started by renting air mattresses in San Francisco to test short-term rental demand. They used a basic web page as an MVP, confirmed user interest in shared accommodations, and iterated to build a global platform. Lean Startup's core is small, fast steps to find direction in uncertain markets. This applies not just to product development, but also to exploring business models. For instance, Buffer founder Joel Gascoigne tested pricing strategies with an MVP, using a landing page to confirm users' willingness to pay for a social media tool. Lean Startup also stresses that lean isn't just about cutting costs, it's about optimizing resource allocation. Ries notes that many entrepreneurs waste time on irrelevant features while ignoring users' real needs. This waste is especially common in startups. For example, Twitter's predecessor, Odeo, started as a podcast platform, pouring resources into audio features but struggling against Apple's iTunes. User feedback showed a preference for short text sharing, so the team pivoted, launching Twitter's prototype and validating new demand. This focus on core value applies to large companies too. When Amazon developed the Kindle, they assumed users wanted a multi-function e-reader, but MVP testing revealed a preference for a simple reading experience. The team simplified features, focusing on the e-ink screen, and launched the hugely successful Kindle. Ries stresses that Lean Startup is about eliminating ineffective investments and focusing resources on user pain points. This requires an open mindset. For example, Chinese short video platform Kuaishou started as a GIF-making tool, but users preferred sharing live videos. Through data analysis, the team pivoted, becoming an industry giant. Lean principles teach us that startup success isn't about doing more, it's about doing what's right. The MVP and loop focus on value and eliminate waste. Take Groupon. Founder Andrew Mason tested demand by manually sending PDF coupons, confirming user interest in group buying within hours. This low-cost experiment helped Groupon find its business model and grow into an industry leader. 3. From assumptions to validation. The key to Lean Startup is validating assumptions. Ries believes every entrepreneurial idea is an untested hypothesis that must be turned into fact through data and user feedback. He introduces validated learning, a scientific method to test whether a product meets market needs. Ries writes, "We must learn to let data speak, not our instincts." With IMVU, his team assumed users wanted complex features like customizable virtual avatars. They spent months developing these, only to find users cared more about instant messaging. They quickly pivoted, launching a simplified MVP to test the new hypothesis, boosting user engagement by 30%. This case shows the power of validated learning, finding real user needs through small experiments. Ries recalls, "We thought we were smart until the data showed us the truth." Validating assumptions requires clear metrics. Ries proposes 3 principles: actionable, accessible, and auditable. Actionable means metrics reflect user behavior, sign-up rates, not vague satisfaction. Accessible means data is easy to collect, like click rates. Auditable requires reliable data to avoid manipulation. For example, Tuit developed SnapTax, assuming users wanted to file taxes via smartphone photos. They built a simple MVP with basic features, and testing showed users loved the convenience, but wanted more functionality. Through iterations, Intuit launched SnapTax, serving 80% of US taxpayers and generating hundreds of millions in revenue. Validation also means avoiding vanity metrics. Ries warns that entrepreneurs often obsess over surface data like website visits while ignoring metrics like repeat purchases that reflect true value. Take the social app path. Launched in 2011, it gained millions of downloads due to its sleek design, but faded due to poor user retention. Ries suggests focusing on one metric that matters, like daily active users, to keep teams aligned on validating core assumptions. Another example is US food delivery platform DoorDash. Founder Stanley Tang assumed users wanted fast delivery. He tested this by manually taking orders and delivering himself, confirming speed mattered most. DoorDash then iterated its delivery algorithm, becoming an industry leader. Ries notes in the book, validated learning helps you find the right path before resources run out. Data-driven decisions help entrepreneurs avoid assumptions and find real market pain points. Validation also requires focusing on user segments. Ries points out that entrepreneurs often assume everyone is their target, but needs vary by group. Take Chinese e-commerce platform Pinduoduo. Founder Huang Zheng assumed low prices would attract all consumers. Early tests showed that users in smaller cities and rural areas valued social group buying discounts. Pinduoduo launched its group purchase feature via MVP, targeting this segment and becoming an e-commerce giant. Similarly, US fitness platform Peloton assumed users wanted high-end equipment, but data showed core users valued interactive online classes. Peloton pivoted its MVP to emphasize live courses, attracting millions of subscribers. Ries notes that validating segments requires deep listening to user voices. For instance, Spotify's MVP test showed young users were willing to pay for personalized playlists, not traditional albums. The team optimized its recommendation algorithm, boosting retention. Validation also means avoiding over-optimization. Ries warns that chasing perfection can overlook specific group needs. Kibi, a short video platform that assumed users wanted high-quality short dramas, but failed in 2020 by ignoring segment viewing habits. Segment validation helps entrepreneurs find precise market entry points. LinkedIn's early MVP offered resume uploads to test demand among professionals. Data showed high-end professionals were willing to pay for premium features, so LinkedIn launched subscription services, achieving profitability. The core of validated learning is targeting segments to meet precise needs. 4. The art of pivoting. Lean startup isn't about stubborn persistence, but knowing when to pivot. Ries introduces the pivot concept, adjusting strategy or product direction while keeping the core vision. He writes, pivoting isn't failure, it's evolution through learning. Pivoting requires courage and judgment to avoid both blind stubbornness and reckless abandonment. Ries outlines 10 pivot types, with customer segment pivot and value proposition pivot being the most common. Take YouTube. It started as a video-based dating platform where users uploaded introduction videos. Data showed users preferred sharing all kinds of content, so the founders pivoted to a video sharing site, leading to YouTube's success. Ries analyzes, pivoting is about data, not emotions. Another case is Tesla. When Elon Musk took over in 2008, Tesla focused on the high-end Roadster, a pricey, niche electric sports car. User feedback showed demand for affordable family electric cars, so Tesla pivoted to develop the Model S, expanding its market and becoming a global leader. This product-type pivot shows lean thinking's flexibility. Musk said, "We learned from data how to make our vision more practical." Timing is critical for pivots. Ries introduces the runway length concept. If funds or time can't support the next iteration, it's time to pivot. For example, startup Foursquare began as a social check-in app, but pivoted to local recommendations when growth stalled, extending its lifespan. Ries emphasizes, pivoting isn't giving up the dream, it's finding a better path to it. Pivoting also requires balancing team morale. Frequent pivots can confuse teams, while refusing to change can miss opportunities. Take Instagram. Its predecessor, Douban, was a complex location sharing app, but users only liked the photo sharing feature. Founder Kevin Systrom cut other features, launched Instagram, and sold it to Facebook for $1 billion. Ries praises, Instagram's pivot is a lean startup classic. Successful pivots rely on clear vision and data. Ries advises entrepreneurs to ask 3 questions before pivoting. Is the current hypothesis failing? Does the core vision still hold? Is the new direction more promising? Take Slack. It started as part of a gaming company, Glitch, but when the game failed, the team noticed their internal communication tool was more popular. They pivoted to develop Slack, becoming a leader in workplace collaboration. The art of pivoting lies in finding the intersection of data and vision. 5. Real-world lean startup cases. Lean startups' power lies in its practicality. Here are 4 cases showing how the theory creates success in reality. IMVU's rapid iteration. Ries's IMVU team validated chat features appeal through an MVP and kept iterating. They found users preferred virtual interactions over complex features. The team released new versions weekly, prioritizing features based on user data. Ries recalls, sometimes we tested multiple hypotheses in a day. This high-frequency iteration helped IMVU turn profitable in a year, saving millions in development costs. Ries writes, rapid iteration let us bounce back from failure fast. Intuit's innovation experiments. Intuit, a major financial software company, used lean startup methods for snap tax. The team assumed users wanted to file taxes via smartphone photos and built a simple MVP with basic features. Tests showed users loved the convenience, but wanted more functionality. Through iterations, Intuit launched SnapTax, serving 80% of US taxpayers and generating hundreds of millions in revenue. The project lead said, lean methods made us as agile as a startup. Buffer's transparent testing. Social media platform Buffer used lean methods to test pricing. Founder Joel Gascoigne didn't launch a paid plan outright, but created a landing page listing hypothetical pricing tiers to track click rates. Data showed users preferred mid-tier plans. Buffer adjusted pricing, launched, and attracted tens of thousands of paid users quickly. Ries cites similar cases. Open testing forces entrepreneurs to face the truth. Airbnb's lean evolution. Airbnb's early growth is a lean startup model. The founders tested short-term rental demand by renting air mattresses, using a simple web page as an MVP. Data showed users wanted full home rentals. The team iterated, improving search and payment features, building a global platform. Chesky recalls, small experiments helped us find users' real pain points. Airbnb's success proves lean methods help find breakthroughs with limited resources. These cases show lean startup isn't just for startups, it applies to any innovation context. Take Chinese drone company DJI. Founder Wang Tao, with limited resources, in 2006, didn't build a complex drone, but launched a simple flight controller as an MVP to test hobbyist demand. Feedback showed users wanted easy-to-use drone systems. DJI iterated, launching the Phantom series, dominating the consumer drone market. Similarly, US health tech company Fitbit's first fitness tracker MVP showed users valued step counting over complex health data. The team simplified features, focusing on core experience, and attracted millions of users. DJI and Fitbit show lean methods help find breakthroughs in resource-scarce settings. Ries notes that lean practice is about rapid testing and continuous optimization. For example, Chinese grocery delivery platform Meituan tested a micro-warehouse model via MVP, validating demand for instant delivery, optimizing logistics, and becoming an industry leader. These cases prove lean startups' core. Small experiments quickly find market fit. Through small steps and data-driven decisions, entrepreneurs navigate uncertainty. Ries emphasizes, lean startups' essence is learning, and learning is the only path to success. 6. The broad impact of lean thinking. Lean startups principles don't just reshape entrepreneurship, they influence education, healthcare, government, and more. In education, US-based KIPP schools used lean methods to optimize teaching. They tested strategies like shorter classes or adjusted grouping through small experiments, iterating based on student performance and feedback, significantly boosting graduation rates. A principal said, "Lean thinking let us redesign classrooms with students at the center." In healthcare, lean thinking improves efficiency. A London hospital tested an MVP to streamline emergency triage, cutting patient wait times by 30%. The lead said, "We borrowed lean startups' loop to test and find the best solution fast." Similarly, a Boston hospital iterated surgical scheduling, reducing resource waste by 20%. Government agencies are adopting lean thinking too. The US government's 2010 healthcare.gov launch failed due to traditional development but succeeded after adopting lean methods, iterating an MVP to serve millions. The project lead said, "Lean startup taught us to adapt quickly in complex settings. This shows lean methods help large organizations handle uncertainty." Lean thinking also inspires personal career development. Career coach Emma James in London advises clients to treat career planning like an MVP. She encourages short-term projects to test interests and skills, adjusting based on feedback. For example, client Caroline Black tested data analysis via a short consulting gig, then transitioned to a data scientist role. Emma says, "Lean thinking lets people try new paths without fearing failure." In the nonprofit sector, lean methods work too. Global charity Mercy Corps tested small agricultural loan programs in Africa, adjusting loan sizes based on farmer feedback, helping thousands of families increase income. The lead said, "Lean methods let us create maximum social value with minimal resources." Ries writes, "Lean thinking's core is learning, and learning is everywhere." Lean startup also drives corporate culture change. Tech giants like Google encourage employees to test ideas via small experiments. Gmail started as an internal MVP for a few employees, iterated, and became a global email leader. This culture keeps large firms innovative and adaptable. Embracing the future of entrepreneurship. Lean startup is more than a methodology, it's a mindset. It teaches that success doesn't rely on perfect plans, but on continuous learning and adaptation. Ries writes in the Lean Startup E's conclusion, "Entrepreneurship is about exploring the unknown, and lean methods are your compass." Whether you're a startup founder, corporate innovator, or an individual seeking breakthroughs, lean thinking helps you achieve maximum value at minimum cost. Looking ahead, lean startups' relevance grows. In the AI and digital era, markets change faster, and testing costs are higher. Tesla iterates battery tech to stay ahead in electric vehicles. ByteDance tested new features via MVP, launching TikTok globally to dominate markets. These firms prove lean thinking is a weapon for complex environments. Ries predicts, "The winners of the future will be those who learn fastest." Lean startup also reframes failure. Traditional views see failure as shameful, but lean startup sees it as a necessary step to learning. Take SpaceX, Elon Musk's rockets failed multiple times, but each test gathered data, leading to reusable rocket breakthroughs. Musk said, "Failure is the best teacher if you learn from it." Lean thinking lets us face setbacks with a scientific mindset, turning failure into growth. Lean startups' universal value is embracing uncertainty. Whether facing new products, careers, or life choices, building MVPs, validating assumptions, and pivoting help find direction. For example, personal finance platform Mint's founder tested budget tool demand via MVP, adjusted features, and sold for $170 million. This approach applies to any fast decision scenario. In the future, lean startup will integrate further into daily life. In sustainability, lean methods can design energy-saving products. In education, they can optimize online learning. In personal growth, they guide life choices. Ries writes, "The real failure is not trying. Let lean thinking guide us to explore our own paths to success.